Al, Fudge, 60. You will see Fudger is back. Still a bit limpy.
Just fat as hell.
Oh yeah, honest. Oh my God. I have got to lose some weight. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
No. It made it, didn't it, Al?
It did it.
It's hot.
Yes, that's only because it's like 30 degrees out, yeah, and the puggies are cooking. Yeah, don't lean on glass. Isn't too bad. You can lean on glass.
Yeah. Gently touch the glass.
So yes, now we made it all the way to Peterborough and all the way back again.
No problems whatsoever.
Well, apart from the way up when it kept getting hot. But after we'd the day after the festival, well, on the way into the festival, I managed to find one of those jet washes, the ones where it's a little bit further away from the garage.
Ah, so you can do like your sneaky
So you can do
stuff.
dodgy engine steaming without being told off.
Yeah.
So Sunday morning we loaded up. We had a Wendy's breakfast on the way out, which was a fairly choice thing. I'm not having another one of those.
Stay away from the Wendy's.
It wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be honest. And somehow I ended up with a bacon, cheese, and something croissant. It was a bit hit and miss.
Was it American
Yes.
company?
It was quite strange. Anyway, so then me, Simon, and Mrs. D roared out. Well, Mrs. D sat and read books on benches while me and Simon dismantled this in a car wash and spent 40 minutes blowing cack out of the radiator again. Then was fixed. Well, until the day after when it did it again. And then we've done it again since, and now it's behaving itself. It's going to be a bit of a long-term thing. So dear old Peugeot did it. There were some times when I didn't think it was going to. But we had a ball. We met. I mean, it's a shame you couldn't make it, but I can totally understand that. To be honest, the way you're hobbling, you wouldn't have been pinned in one of these for 5-7 hours. It was a very, very long day up and a long day back. But we met some cracking people. We had an absolute ball. I pretty much lost my voice. Mrs. D did lose her voice.
Oh,
it was quite evening. It was
quite evening.
Quite evening.
Has she got it back now?
Yes. Yes. I'm not saying too much because I'll get murdered. But we had a really good day. We met some lovely, lovely people. We had some great gifts. I mean, honestly, we got a top quality new key box with our name off it, off a lovely subscriber with he had a cracking little Citroen Synergy made into a camper van that he'd driven 1.9 TD1, and they got like 200,000+ on it. We're like, that's good old school technology. So obviously we'll find something stupid to go in next year because Madam's not having any idea of going in a Trabant.
Really?
I know, so spoil sport, that's what I said. So Greta obviously made it back. She was riding on the back of a lorry, and many, many thanks to Simon for jumping in, obviously, because we didn't realise you were as bad as you were going to be as bad as you were, so he did fill in very, very well.
Yeah, no, good. Thanks, Simon.
It's a good old Simon.
Yeah, good old
So,
Simon.
There's loads of comments about fully restoring this.
No.
No. Right, you'd need 4 doors, 5 doors, because you can't get them. They're no. Yep. 5 doors. I think the headlamp buckets are gone. They aren't structural, by the way, but the headlamp buckets and the inners are out of it.
Bonnet.
The bonnet's had it, so you'd need a bonnet. Basically, to be honest, it's just being to buy another car. And there's only one of these, and if I made it all shiny and blue, it'd be quite as exciting.
Yeah.
So everyone's asked what on earth we're doing with it. I don't know.
What do you guys reckon we should do? Except for the restoring.
Yes, we're not restoring it, to be honest. It's minorly famous as it is.
Do we park it on the hedge there?
We put it, yeah, but we can use it as a runner. I mean, it works.
Yeah.
And it has had lots and lots of new shiny parts and lots of new shiny steel.
Yeah.
Because it was rotten to the core, wasn't it? But I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to start on the 305 fairly soon once I've got through all of my other stuff I need to do. So my next Peugeot-based project is the one that I actually bought this to fix.
So
I'm not cutting. Yeah, I'm not cutting this up.
No.
I'm quite attached to it now.
No.
And to be honest, people keep asking me if it's for sale, and I'm like, how'd you sell that? Because to be honest, it's a bit hit or miss, or maybe.
Unless we did like a competition sort of thing.
It's like getting herpes if you want that, isn't it? It's
yeah,
not really.
Let's face it.
I know there is only
pretty
one.
Cool dose of herpes, though.
Well, a garden ornament, basically, but it's out together with expanding crazy foam and love, and a bit of hope thrown in the middles. So as we've had an immensely long weekend and everything's been a bit hectic, what we're going to do today is we're just going to have a workshop tour. We'll show you what we're up to, and then we'll be back to some stupidity come Saturday or Sunday, or when, because basically, I mean, I haven't had a weekend and I'm a bit, I haven't stopped. I drove all day Friday, steam, overheating, and then drove all day Sunday. But I did get to 60 mile an hour.
Get off.
Yeah, I know, 60 for a continuous period, and nothing fell off of it.
Fucking hell.
And the only problem we had was a wheel coming loose on the Sprinter on the way out. It was proper.
The only vehicle that I thought would make it there
Well,
and
it
back
did
without
make
a
out
problem.
perfectly. We just had to do the wheel nuts back up, and because Simon's flashy lights came on, and I was like, oh, shit.
You're not going to be able to tow it
Because
back,
spun
is it?
back round, I hit a pavement, nearly took a tyre off of this. And he was like, I've got a real bad vibration noise coming, and this thing's prop shaft. And I was like, no, the rear passenger's wheel's about to fall off.
Random.
Yeah, well, all the other ones were murderously
tight.
tight, so I don't know whether someone tried to liberate a wheel off of it overnight.
It's
Got
possible.
disturbed. Yeah, because
It
I can't
is
see out, because
possible.
I did them all up at the same time with the stupid winky bar. So anyway, that survived, and we ended up just literally doing it back up again. It just come loose. So let's have a bit of a yard tour of the stuff.
Yeah, because we're getting through.
Well, the
TT.
TT leaves tomorrow. What day is it? Wednesday.
Wednesday, so
the TT leaves tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah.
Then the
just waiting on-
Daihatsu is pretty much done via some paint, and we got that bush from Malaysia that you can't find anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's here.
Yeah.
For the gear lever bush. And then we are stomping into Steinman's truck, but
Yeah,
it just
Steinman's.
isn't enough trouble, enough time. And then the
To be
white
fair,
Mercedes
we can't really do Summons until the TT's out.
out of the way. And the
So-
white Mercedes is back only because the lock pumps decided to pack up the central locking. No worky. And then someone's borrowed my camper van that I haven't used for 2 years at the weekend. It's got a water leak, and when you get MOT, I've got MOT booked on Friday, but I have got to sort the water leak, and then I'm going to spam it up and attempt to sell it in an awful climate where no one's got any money. So that won't happen. Because it owes me a small fortune. We're not talking about that.
We don't talk about
Don't talk about that.
No.
So, things that we have done. Obviously, this is
Almost.
painted and almost reassembled, and the last thing we had to do for its MOT tomorrow was fit these very nice posh, because these rear trailing arm bushes were worn out. The front ones were good, but because it came with both size poly bushes, we thought, well, you can see the problem.
It's like a wiener and a
Yes,
shirt
I mean,
sleeve.
so, but luckily enough, you'd bought a set too.
I had, and I was like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry, I've got a set, and yeah.
And mine are the same size.
Mine are yours are exactly the same. So
Yeah.
we've had to track down. They're in at 3 o'clock, and then that puts this number plates thingy, MOT tomorrow, bit of a steam, TT.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage, bugger off, go away, never want to see you again.
Yeah, escargot.
Oh, escargot.
Escargot.
Yes, it's not, there's definitely not a language link over there. So other things. Daihatsu. So,
Yep.
the bush, all the way from Malaysia for the gear stick.
It's the only place in the world that you can get them
Actually
from.
get one. I really ought to open it and check it fits, seeing as we had to have it special posted from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you won't
Bill.
have seen too much of this thing. There's a few bits of video footage, but this belongs to our local sort of land agent fella, mate and subscriber, Eric. So it came in for a bit of
Couple of bits and pieces bodywork wise, wasn't it?
yeah. And we've,
And the bit on the chassis, because
so I reckon it's turned into a year's work on and off, and it's been here since last September. So
Yeah.
we've had front wheel arch.
front wheel arch
Rebuilt.
had to rebuild that one.
Yeah,
we
because you
couldn't
can't get a
that.
wing. There's a front inner lump, the flitch done.
Yep, that's all done.
Both rear wheel arches.
Yep.
Both rear sills.
Inner arches, outer
Arches, sills, back plates of the sills.
Yep.
Load of bits in the back cross.
Cross member, rear inner valance,
Inner rear wheel arches.
inner arches.
And then where the tow bar bolts onto the that had all
It's
fell off.
non-existent.
So we've had the top off of it, separated the two. You might have seen that at some point. And basically we've rebuilt the last 8 inches of chassis.
Yep.
And made it a new
Made it
steel
brand spanking new.
tube, remounted the tow bar, and you wouldn't know we'd been there.
It actually sits right now as before. It kind of sat a bit low on the back where
Yeah.
where the chassis was touching the body where it shouldn't be touching.
So that's all fixed. Basically, all we got to do is just shove some paint on those back arches and that one on that side, put the wheel arches back on, put the gear bush in, which broke when we took the gear lever out, it just disintegrated. Bleeds brakes.
MOT.
Take it. MOT. So we're going to get rid of that hopefully next week. Plan, done, gone, back to Eric, happy man.
Yep.
Out, space.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, let me spin the camera around. So here is the Simon's Iveco. Now there is some videos on this, they are coming. So obviously, because I burnt myself to a crisp and had to have some time off.
Yeah.
You've been unable to move for 2 weeks out of the last month and a bit.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3
So
weeks.
no heavy lifting, but we have
so
achieved.
we're converting Mark 3 Iveco into a Mark 4. You will see the wings are all on, everything is stitched up. There's a few more bits to do. And then we can get rid of all of this over there. So we'll spin that Yep. So then here is obviously Simon's Iveco, which is the bit she's got a minute ago. That was me cutting things up the other day. So I'm halfway through a timing chain. There's a video on that as well. We've got the springs fitted. There's a video on that. And we've got a new torsion bar fitted. That's part of one of the videos too. There's lots of videoing on this. So all of this will tie in as a bit of an Iveco series. And then basically we need to get back to Claire's camper, don't we?
Yes,
because
we do.
We've moved it to where we needed to have it inside to finish it off. And then with all the Festival of the Unexceptional panic to get everything running to go there. And the fact that I was off, you were off, we are well behind.
Yes.
So I could everyone please stop phoning me up, giving me grief and asking me to do things because it's happening.
No, we're spinning plates and juggling at the same time.
We're not going to get any more stressed than we already are. So then we could go, well,
I haven't even touched that.
I didn't have a month and a half. Amazing how
about a month.
Camera turning round.
About a month now, isn't it?
So then next in the lineup, obviously, Mark 1 Golf GTI sat here with a Iveco radiator leaning against front of it.
That will never fit.
That is going to be, we ain't going to touch this for a couple of months again, are we? We've got to gather a load of parts. I reckon you're going to need to come here, otherwise you'll be out of shot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to need, we've got to go parts gathering, basically, is my next exercise. Parts gathering.
Country?
Yes, Suffolk, I reckon. Suffolk, get hold of Madam and see, I'm going to need quite a bit of stuff. And then obviously, you've been out of kilter, so, but she's not hurting. She's in the dry.
She's in the dry. She's all right.
So
it's done.
Festival of the Unexceptional next year. Gives you a whole year.
Gives me a whole year. I want it done before that.
Yeah, there was one shiny Capri there, a 1.6 laser, black one. It was.
And to be fair, I went to Sherborne Car Show the other week, and there was only one Capri in there, and that was a Mark II.
No,
3 litre.
You didn't go in that, did you?
No, I couldn't go in that.
No, let the side down.
Not a windscreen in there.
I've been there. Is that the one at Sherborne Castle, isn't it?
Sherborne Castle.
Yeah,
it's quite a good little.
Just a little show, nice little show. Right, where else are we going now? So now we're on Wander around. So obviously Peugeot, white Mercedes for a lock pump.
Yeah, little
camper van. So Claire, who has a camper van inside, that's not done yet, is borrowing mine. Apart from mine has a water leak, so we need to do that this week.
Yeah.
Then obviously sheeted over out here, we have LT46 that needs finishing and a Sprinter recovery truck that you will all have seen. They're just there resting a minute because we've run out of time.
Yep.
What else have we got to do?
Tractor, that's got to be...
That can be done today.
Yeah,
we'll put the filters on the tractor that we've got, so we can get rid of the tractor. That needs to go. At some point, I must get on with my four-wheel drive Mercedes turbo diesel.
Yeah.
We've got to find something to do with that. And then we have all the bits for the perfect 10, don't we? Or the not so perfect 10.
Yes.
And that's all stacked here, so that's coming. Project camper van swap over is on hold for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Timothy's head. I've got his head back on. I've just got to bolt it all back together.
Okay.
So the Audi's basking out here in the sunshine because we haven't got anywhere near it for months. So that can go. I'm going to take that, put that in my garage at home. I can just live for a few years, because I ain't going to get to touch it.
Yeah.
The ML, all the bits are here, but we just haven't had time to get to it. That's one you've never seen, but we'll get to that at some point. 309, that needs to be got to. There's another Sprinter here that needs to be got to. Kangoo's fine. Oh yes, I've got
parents' car,
mother's new wagon chariot to sort. Got to take the engine out of that, put it in the other recovery truck because it's blown up. We tried desperately to sell this for sensible money, but that was a complete waste of time. So that's going back to the customer unless anyone shouts. Go back in its shed.
I can't believe this didn't sell out.
6,400 quid it got up to on eBay on auction, which is for nothing.
That's insulting, isn't it? Really?
Well, it's part of it at the moment. The country's a bit nosed. If anyone wants this, remember this is for sale. Must put this back on eBay again. And then in front of that, we've got to finish at some point, haven't we? We've got all the bits for that because a mate wanted that. He's probably gone and bought one by now. And we've got the transit, haven't we? We've got all the bits for the transit, but we ran out of time on that. So
Yeah.
that needs sills and footwells like transits do.
Yeah.
Project Riot is now sat here. Then Project Recovery Truck is sat there.
Yeah.
Do you think a man might possibly have too many projects? Because we've got that left-hand drive Renault thingy to put the back floor back in that we haven't got to. I've had that for about 5 years and haven't got around to finishing it.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything that way, it's junk.
Yeah.
And then there's another left-hand drive one there. That's dead. Must get around to putting a window in the Iveco where someone punted it out the other week as well. It's nice of them. And then we have a whole collection of stuff lying in there, most of which belongs to as a customer abandons that whole lot, which is going in a minute if they don't come and take their shit away.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had enough of being free storage depot. This lot.
Is it all of these, was it?
Yeah, there isn't a car in this lot that belongs to
7 cars.
7 cars there, and then some more around the back.
Oh.
The 310 we've parked up for the minute, but nestling under here is the other 305 cheated up. So that's the little white van. That was the one I was talking about earlier. So I want to get on with this. And we've got this abandoned here as well, haven't we? Because there's a T4 from the same bloke.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's one of those. I think it's a Renault Megane 225 turbo-y thing. And then also we've got that abandoned here as well, haven't we?
I thought they were.
No, he's changed his mind.
Is it again?
No, he's going to sell it, but I've never heard from him again. He's got a really badly stretched timing chain. So, I mean, he's just sat here in the way. I really ought to get on to these.
Yeah.
Then we've got that we desperately need to finish, which is mine, but that'll just rest. Fatty, we've got to have a body off, and somewhere in there, there's a Riot van there, and in front of it, this side, is a 515 that needs to go under that at some point. Well, I think that probably pretty much covers all stuff I still haven't finished in. Stafford is back and alive and working and behaving at the moment.
Yep.
We have got
the LT35.
Yeah, because we acquired because the 280 died, which is very rare. We've had that for years. So there is at some point a video coming because we've got a dead chassis cab one. It's quite low mileage. The truck's horrible, but we're going to take the mechanicals out, slop it in that, get that going again, and then sell it. Yeah, no, I think that's it. Must take that Iveco off that big stack of wheels at some point where I stole the engine
It almost
the other
looks
day.
like it's driving over the
Yeah,
tractor.
so it's driving over a tractor. Well, we'll get the tractor out in a minute.
Yeah.
And then everything else here is long-term stuff and just storage. Apart from obviously Simon's body up there that we've got to do a load of work to.
Yeah.
Before it goes back on a Iveco that's over there somewhere, or a lighty flash. So, will that give you a random idea? Short video, I know, but you can see what we're up to. And then we've got Geronimo, that's coming at some point. We've got to get back on that. So for the last of the bits on the TT, we have had to have, well, we've managed to do all the seats, haven't we?
We have.
So Fudgy has conquered leather re-dyeing.
Yes.
So look at that, that's very shiny. Shiny door cards, shiny seats, cleaned. We've just got to, we're going to spam it to death this afternoon.
Spam it to death this afternoon, clean the windows.
Clean the windows, check the lights, then she's off, and she?
Drop her down, get her out.
Well, once we put the front suspension on, it's banging it. So you can sort of gather what we're up against at current. Put me big socket, socket back before I lose it. So it's a Mercedes oven nut socket from doing the one on a Vario. I was using it for fitting bushes yesterday. So thank you very much, Al, Fudge, 6D. Short video, I know, but honestly, we're a bit up against it, so we'll be back on it for Saturday doing stupid things. And this week, now we're just going to go, then that. Well, I'm going to do that next week. You're doing that next week.
Yeah.
I'll have done that by the end of the week. Park that up, clear up, reshuffle, put everything back in, because you can't even drive around the place at the moment.
No.
So put everything back in its car parking spaces, get ourselves we could try a lot of them lists, priority.
Yeah.
Get through some stuff. Yeah, get back on it. Right.
Thanks,
Cheers, guys.